Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap. We'll be going through the live order flow. We want to understand how traders behave in the auction. This is the goal here, so that we can understand their activity to give us insight to where price might go. This is the edge in order flow, and that's what we're going to be looking at during this webinar. Just some news items beforehand. Onboarding schedule. As you guys know, now we have 3 sessions per week, trying to reach everyone around the globe. 8 a.m. on Monday mornings, we have Dan. On Wednesdays, 4 p.m. market close. These are all East Coast times. We have Brandon, and then 1 p.m. East Coast time, I will go. And the goal here for the onboarding webinar is to get you up and running with Bookmap. So you might be new, you might have questions, you might not know where to download it. We'll go through downloading it, installing it, subscribing to data for stocks, cryptocurrencies, and for futures, and then being able to connect to that data and then get up and running with symbols in Bookmap. Okay, so I'll put the link into the chat for you for the webinar. And again, you can just pick the time frame you want, and you're good to go. All right, so okay. All right. Anyway, also our Trading Companions competition continues. It's on social media. Take a screenshot of you and your furry pet. Well, it can be a lizard. It can be a pet rock. We don't care. Who do you trade with? It has to be not human, animal. And hashtag Bookmap Pets. Take your photo and put it on your Instagram or your X or LinkedIn, and it'll show up immediately on our website. Bruce's pilot program, you may have heard about this. This is a kind of a subsector of our Bookmap Academy to really get into the details of how to build an edge, because after talking to so many traders for many years, this is the biggest gap that I've seen, and that's the traders. They don't know how. First off, they're trading without an edge, and they're trying setups, and there's, oh yeah, let's try this and try that one, and it works sometimes, it doesn't work other times, and then they maybe go to the next setup. It seems to be this ongoing process, whereas that one setup could have had an edge. So most traders don't know how to build an edge or define that edge, and this program will do that. We're trying it out here. That's why it's a pilot program. So please come on over, check it out. We'll start with one very simple strategy or setup, and we're going to measure it. We're going to journalize it, and you'll be able to track the numbers over time. That's how you're going to build an edge. This is the fastest method I've seen, because you can use Bookmap's replay mode and speed it up. Go back, replay it, speed it up again. Okay, so I'll put the link into the chat if you're interested, and we can take it from there. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, there we go. Good morning, Alois. Good morning, traders. Let's see. Shark, Alois, Valentine. Okay, so Valentine, I'll reach out to you later today. We're actually going to meet today, so anyone who's interested in this pilot program, sign up, and we will meet later today. You can ask questions there. It is going to be at, I think it's, oh God, what time do I have it down for? Hold on just a moment. Yeah, just a minute here. I know we put it into the, only a few people can see it in the calendar. Yeah, okay. Today at 4 p.m. Okay, at market close. All right, so that's when we'll meet and sync up on all sorts of or catch up on many different things. All right. Anyway, we're going to go through our process in here from the Bookmap Academy. It's really very similar. It's just the pilot program is much more focused, right, on building that edge. Here, we're going to be building your playbook via journaling. And we want to go through, before we even get to the setup here, these three other elements: impetus, what's moving the market. This is critical to understand, and will set you up for everything else to follow. Then your key levels. Look at your key levels on your higher time frame. And then you're going to start to develop strategies and scenarios. How do you want to play this? Is it momentum? Is it range bound? Are we waiting for data? Do you even want to trade? And then you're going to select your setup for the proper scenario. Okay, this top-down approach here. You have your checklist for your setup. Your setup is automatic. You should know it completely, all the details. You'll grade it. You'll understand if you have a really good setup or not so good. Then you'll determine your sizing. And then it comes down to waiting for that order flow edge, an event to execute and manage your trade. And that's the process we're going through in here in the Bookmap Academy. All right, so let's go through the disclosures. General disclosure: all Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure: trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, so we may take positions in here, but it will only be in demo paper trading mode. It is not a trade recommendation. It is only for educational purposes. The reason that we do that is so that you can understand the trade management behind it. Most people leave off at the setup, and we want to show the continuation of how to manage within that setup. Okay, all right, let's jump in. Let's take a look. Interesting activity already here. So if we look from the beginning of the week here, September 14th, 15th, and 16th here, or this is Sunday evening, we see the move to the upside, and we were talking about this yesterday. Okay, why? Well, this has all been about the lowering of interest rates that is on the table. It is baked in. Everyone is anticipating and expecting that, so that's why price is moving up, or was moving up. Now is getting to a point where okay, well, we had some retail sales, but that didn't really move the market much, and then maybe we talked about this yesterday about profit taking. Okay, so we'll see how this works out, but now we're seeing it sell off. Okay, after going to all-time highs again in the overnight, and then here's the cash session here, and you can see it's been a sell-off. Okay, coming down to a swing here on the overnight, and then looks like it wants to come down to here from the swing lows from yesterday's cash session. Okay, so 65 here. Now let's just zoom in a little bit closer here and start to look at liquidity levels. Okay, key levels is what we're looking at. All right, so this one here, quite a bit of liquidity here at 660. Now, what else do you recognize in here? Okay, well, there was also here earlier. This was back on just yesterday, the 15th, and that liquidity was there as well. And then it came back in here at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. East Coast time. And yeah, hold on just a minute. You guys cannot hear me. This is weird. Okay. Hold on a minute, guys. Sorry about this. It must have dropped or something here. Maybe I shared. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me reshare my screen here. Okay, and we will try that again. Okay. Okay, should work now. Okay, sorry about that. Thanks, Dan, for pointing that out. I wasn't following you guys in the chat yet. I was off and running. Okay, there it is. Okay, excellent. All right. So anyway, let's get back into it here. And just a quick review. Right. Here's the 14th. Okay, Sunday evening. Here's the 15th. Yesterday. Here's the overnight. Okay, just look at the volume in here. You can see the also that 1 hour period where the markets are closed. And then you can see the cash session begins right around where that sell-off begins, right in here. Okay, so and you can see the market's moving on heavy volume here. So I'm looking for this swing here to test. Okay, in fact, let's just do array here. Hold on. All right, and then down here as well. In fact, I'm going to edit this and I'm going to use that channel tool. Okay, and we're going to just mark up this high liquidity here, and then we're going to edit it. Oops. And we're going to extend it here to the right. There we go. Okay, so right now, these are the levels we're looking for. And you can see also there's some structural levels here too, like this kind of move higher in the price action, move lower, and this is all London session, down to the swing low here, the move back up in the breakout. Okay, and that's where we're finding that liquidity here. There's also some a little bit lower here, right? So we want to keep an eye on that. The heavy selling is coming in and moving that price lower. Now let's zoom in. So we've got our targets here kind of on the low side here, and it's only 10 points or so away. But we've got another one here. I guess we can draw a line in there, and then I'd be looking for like lows of the week here, basically, okay, something like that. But on the upside, okay, what are some of our key levels here? Now, due to the time of day, we always get this kind of mid-morning reversal, or some profit taking, or whatever it is, it's very common, and we're going to be looking for the levels on the upside here. Okay, so in fact. We also see the lots of liquidity getting filled on the bid on the way down here. Okay, so this could be turning into our setup that we look for in the pilot program. Okay, right here. In fact, it is doing it. Okay, so we get our passive accumulation. Okay, at least 3 levels. So 1, 2, 3. And then we look for a structural break, okay, which could be horizontal or the trend line. And then we look for the at a key level, which we don't really have here. And then we look for the aggressive accumulation, which we are getting here. Okay. Now the key level, we'll talk about this later this afternoon at the pilot program meetup. That the key level is actually, it's a critical part. All 4 elements are critical. Okay, but that key level is really, really critical, because that's where you're going to find these traders on these other time frames, and that's important, because otherwise this is maybe some sort of knee-jerk reaction, It could be. Now, we don't know, right? But if we're not at a key level, then we can find that a lot of times this aggressive buying in here, maybe it hits the first target of on the at the swing here and liquidity. Maybe we can get a little bit higher here as well, up into this low volume node. Okay, but without the key level, it's not an A+ setup in here. It's not an 8 out of 10 or an 8 or above, I should say. Okay, so we want to be very cautious of that. Otherwise, what happens a lot of times is if you don't take your profits on this, this will come back and get you. All right, so and knock your stop out or whatever. Okay, so anyway, now you can see where I'm kind of going with this. For some of you who are you guys have been in this program for a while now, and have become experts in it. So you can look for these things, you can take them, but you're looking for taking your profits. And we'll talk more about that, because we've got to elaborate, and we've got to get this thing to grow here, and looking at these different variations and understanding them. But that's not how we want to begin with this pilot program. Anyway, so we can see the let's see if we can get back up into this 75 here. 75 liquidity looks pretty good to me. And then I would be taking my profits up in there. If I were in this right now, I would be trailing my stop, and then my take profit would probably be right around this 74.5 or 74 3/4. Okay, and then that's it. All right. Let's see if there's any questions on this so far. Okay. Hey, is that making sense to some of you guys? Like, what we're, we never know, right? We never know. This has been a pretty hard sell-off. All of a sudden, we could get tremendous buying coming in, but I'm not looking for it, not yet. I will wait for a key level. Okay. And right now, we do not have it. We can move it up a little bit here. I would say it's this is looking pretty good right around there. So another thing. Now this is this goes out to Shark, and I think Shark's in here. Let's see. Yeah, you're in here. Okay, so Shark, this is another one in here, and I'm sure Laura and Trading His Life, Mark, Matt have started to run into this as well. Is on this setup in here. This might be just like the right shoulder or the left shoulder here that starts to unfold. Okay, so we might get one more move down into that key level, right? And then we get a much better setup in here. Okay, so let me show you, because like that's why you would be taking some of your profits up here. Okay, because let me show you what I mean here. Let's go to the Learning Center. And we'll go down to the old strategies and setups that we have here. And then for the reversal pattern here, this inverse head and shoulders in here, we'll illustrate it. Okay, and it's an illustration here, diagram form, but it's this here, right? So that would be maybe your aggressive. This would be your aggressive trend line down here, not here. and then you're looking for, you get that break and you get these aggressive buyers starting to come in after some of this, now before the head, right? Maybe you get another level in here of passive accumulation, and it's starting to look pretty good. Okay, but there's still more selling pressure. It rolls over one more time, makes a lower low, and then you can see that what happens here a lot of times is you get this kind of flattening out, this rounded bottom in here, and then you get the reversal to the upside. Okay, so this happens a lot into the setup. Just be aware of it. Take your profits on it if it's not a great setup, and then you can see the then it starts to pan out again. Okay, then you get your lower high in here, and you get this order flow shift as well in volume that we talked about yesterday. We did not have it yesterday until much later in the afternoon, or much later after the webinar. We did have that shift, okay, but we didn't during the webinar, and that kept us out of it, and it just wasn't doing what we wanted, and that was not the setup. Okay, so we just stay away, right? But anyway, you'll see it after the one more push down lower, then you can get this beautiful setup, and that reversal. Okay, then you can even look for the well, you get the measured move, take some profits, but you can get that continuation trade here to the upside, which can really be nice here to add into it. Okay, so you do have a key level, shark, from yesterday at 6666. Okay, I do not. Yeah, that's a little too high for me. I'd be looking more for the swing here, but yeah, I get it. So you're looking at a zone in here, maybe between 67 on down to maybe 64. Yeah, I'm looking for, or I would like to see it trade down to this 64, trade through it, trigger tons of stops, and then and lots of passive accumulation, and then to have it reverse out, break some structure, and then see those aggressors come back in. Okay, I'm seeing the yesterday's lows around 64-ish. Is that right? That's what I'm seeing. Anyway. All right, so we got the steep pullback, okay, right to where it broke the structure here, and then we get one more move back up here to the top, and then you can see that the selling is starting to come back in. Okay, I do not see the buying up in here. I'm starting to see more selling come back in. Duzman, I mean, the way that I look at the higher time frames would be the all the price action. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a wick or body or whatever. If it traded down there, it can go there. But I'll be happy to draw out zones, and if Shark was looking at a zone like that, then that makes some sense to me. Okay. Otherwise, what this might turn into, a couple of different things. One is that, head and shoulders, or that kind of rounded bottom, right? The second thing that it might turn into is a continuation pattern on down. Okay, so this is the that the time of day is perfect for it to get a lot of people going wrong, and it looks like it's going to reverse, and then you just see a continuation pattern. Okay, there's a lot of heavy selling coming right back in right now, so I would still look for this to go lower. Okay, high liquidity building up here around that 66 level, and I would love to see that flush through. So yeah, maybe we get a small bounce in here right now, but I would look for this to still roll over and hit into the high liquidity down here at the 66, and then would love to see it come back down into the zones that we've marked up. It's kind of curious. I mean, this one here as well. So in terms of structure here, trend line structure only right now, it broke this one, and not by much. Okay, so we're looking more at kind of the horizontal structure, which it broke as well, again by a couple ticks, and then we see that heavy selling come back in. All right. So let's see what we get here. We'd be looking for those sellers right now here, and then we did not get much here earlier, but we're starting to rotate again here. Okay, so let's see if we can get them here at 68 and just pile on through down through into that liquidity there. Yeah, even for this kind of mid-morning reversal pattern, it's not really. I mean, well, you'd have to look at it up here as this kind of double top in here, and look for that selling to start to come in. It's kind of a tough one to judge. It's much easier to see it when it takes its sweet time here. Let me show you. Which is very similar to the wedge pattern here as well. Yeah, yeah, something like this. See the pattern here, and then tries again. So here's the double top right here, right? That's kind of looking for. And we didn't have much buying up there. You can see that the buyers gave one more shot here. The one we're looking at right now is a little different. We don't have those buyers up here. We have more selling in here. Okay, so we're not getting, this is the pullback we're getting here, whereas in this one, see, the pullback is quite a bit deeper here. Okay, now up in here, we're looking for that kind of failure, the exhaustion here, and more sellers to come in and drive it lower. Okay, so let's see if we can get that here. Okay, so this was all we got here, right? So now we're looking for the sellers, kind of looking for exhaustion in here and the sellers here to drive it lower. Okay, a little more risky in the sense that you're getting in down here, but you're looking for the follow through on it. Okay, and you are leaning on this heavy selling in here, okay, as an impulse move. You're kind of consolidation and looking for that next impulse move. Okay, so Laura, you're saying that maybe I'm missing some data in here. Okay, and that's why we're getting a little confused here. Huh. It looks pretty good to me. I don't know what 3.5 hours of data you guys are talking about. I don't know, maybe you can point me to that, Alois. Well, I'm looking at the ES here. Let's go back here. Now, I don't think yeah, this is not rolled yet. Rhythmic has not rolled yet. Yeah, DNT. I mean, this pattern has we've seen it for years actually. We actually noticed it many years ago on crude oil. Was when we got this exactly this kind of setup in here, this double top, just like this, and even the reversal looked even better. Like it could have been a full head-on, head and shoulders, and then it fails. What you get from that head and shoulders is leg one, pull back, leg two cannot break the high, which is the classic kind of version of it. I mean, there's many variations of it. Maybe it does a pretty big move to the upside, pull back a little bit, and then it's a smaller move, and then it rolls over. Okay, so here you go, Alois. Okay, okay, so yeah, it looks like I've got the data in here. So maybe I mean, I don't see an issue here. Okay, so maybe some of you guys experience some data loss. Okay, so well, we can only go off of the ES here. Well, I mean, I could punch in the. I'm not going to do it. It'll just take a while here, I think. But Could let's see, maybe I can. Every time I mess with the charts here, the gets all screwy. Well, anyway, I mean, it's going to be it's going to be very similar here in terms of the price action. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the levels I'm looking for is down here, which I think we can get to. We're just seeing below the swing here, and these wicks in here, and then some profit taking, and maybe some new buyers coming in. If that's historical data, Laura, you should be able to. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe you guys had. I didn't even look at the chart here, Alois. If it's from Rhythmic or Bookmap data. Bookmap data. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Okay, you have Rhythmic. All right. Okay, so and again, look at the move higher here in this trend line here. This has failed here, and now we're getting that heavy selling now. Now we've got these guys on the hook here. So now I am looking through for the press through here, bottom edge into all of this liquidity down to 65, and maybe we can get even a bigger impulse move here. Okay, but down to about this 65, or the swing down here, looks pretty good. Maybe down to our swing we had around 63.5 or 4. Okay, let's see it, sellers. Okay, a real nice move here, consistent selling all the way through. It's just made an equal low so far into that area here. Buyers trying. They're picking up some size here. Okay, so now let's see if we can get our sellers here. Not yet. Can the trend line be drawn in a more mechanical way? Don't quite understand the question. This is how I was always taught to draw the trend lines, and just go with the swings, and That's it. Okay, so let's see here. We got a lot of buyers on the hook here. Now this is where we're looking for the big stop run through, and we're looking for it here. We'll see if we get it now. 68 here, a nice cluster of selling. The profile looks pretty good here too. For that, it traded back down below here, but very, very thin, as you guys can see, just hundreds of contracts compared to thousands, just above here at 67 3/4. So what I'm looking for in here is selling at the bottom edge here, and then the stop run through all of this into here, right? And it's set up pretty nicely for it right now. We've got lower highs. We've got not so much buying. Now we just need to see the sellers show up here to make this happen. Okay, we want to see these buyers shaking in their boots, and then we're looking for them to have to cover and sell, be kind of forced to sell. And not much of a stop run. So there's still a lot of buying that's in here that is going to feel a lot of pain. Okay, that liquidity traded there, 67. Okay, rotating again here. And here goes the squeeze. We should get it here. Okay, not a trade recommendation. It's not financial advice here, but that's what we're looking for. If this doesn't work, if this fails, this breakdown, and we see massive buying coming in here, like it's the opposite of what we're talking about. Clearly, like all of this selling, well, it's going to really see a short squeeze here to the upside, and that all of these sellers are on the hook in here. And that's why we look at that passive accumulation, then structure break, and then aggressive accumulation. Okay, so this is possible here. We need to, the structure, I would not be looking at this trend line structure break at this point. I'd be looking at the horizontal structure here. Where it really looked pretty good was here and then also here. Almost inevitable. Let's see, it's some 68 at some selling at 68 should be able to kick it off, I think. And we'll see if we can then get down here. Okay, looking pretty good. And let's see the follow through. Yeah, the only stop one we had here, this was our short squeeze right here. Okay, we have not really had one since, so I'm still looking for this push through and the big stop run to the downside here. Nice one here, not bad, but and then some back and forth in here. A critical little level right here. You can look at the profile. Okay, so we're finding some buyers down there trying to push this higher. Okay, very thinly traded here, but then 67 3/4 starts to pick up. So this is the small auction right now, up to about 70. Well, you can say all the way up to 74.5 or so, 75. Any questions why I kind of ditched the trend line? I know there's been a lot of talk about the trend lines. And like, we had this one earlier, right? And then we saw that break. And then I did draw it to this one, and then I did draw it back to this one, and I kept it there. I didn't move it again here. But the trend line wasn't really giving us the structural break that we're looking for. Okay, so I ditched it to look for the horizontal break here, because this is where we want to see the break, right in here, or even up here or here, right? And that's where we want to see the accumulation by the aggressors. Okay, aggressors trying. They are trying here. And you can see that accumulation in here, right? But we're right up at that structural level. Few icebergs there, and over here. Yeah, guys, I mean, it's a wait and watch until we get more kind of follow through here. No edge until we see that. Someone really take control here. Okay, I mean, buyers keep pushing to the top of this little edge in here at around 70. Okay, let's see if these sellers can pick it up here. Now we're looking for that momentum, right? So yeah, I mean, you can see these little pockets in here, and where that selling starts to pick up. Uh, I know this gets into the minutia here, but it's just true. It's the same old stories. You can look at some of these little ranges in here, and when they start to break and you start to see that selling below it, that's when we're looking for the move lower and retest back down into here. And we're starting to see it, but we're not getting that follow through quite yet. Yeah, thanks, Shark. Yeah, I mean, it's regarding the trend line. That's where I think we're so trained or accustomed to looking at, like, certain technical patterns, and it could be a trend line, or it could be a candlestick pattern, or whatever it might be. But that's where I think that is a derivative of what's really happening. We want to understand the order flow at the area, and it's really about the structure break, and then That's what matters. Now our structure has kind of, as you can see, it's kind of rounded around. So it's no, it's best not to get hung up on it as a trend line break. So it's about the structure. And if we get, we're still inside a structure here, but see the selling now. This is looking good. We see exhaustion here, right? And we see selling here. And now the selling is starting to pick up down here. Let's see. Now it came down to this swing, right? And the buyers are still just trying, still trying to go higher, but it's looking, I mean, boy, unless there's just massive buying by a larger player who comes in here and then starts moving things, or there's some sort of news or something, this still has that slant to the downside. Okay, well, it would be great to see some sort of stop run maybe up here and then the move lower. We're not seeing that. Like, all these traders are still kind of on the hook in here. I mean, the stops are not that big, right? We're looking for that big stop run to kind of, just, kind of clean everybody out. And then price can move. Right? This is just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in here. And, it's building up that momentum in here. I mean, there's a lot of traders in here now. Also in NQ, okay. Yep. And here we go again, right? After another move back up here. Now let's see. Even more selling. Look at the selling pickup now, right? This is looking great. Now, again, it's not a trade recommendation. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking for this to break. Okay, we've hit down to this bottom edge many times now. We've hit to the upper edge many times now, but I'm still seeing more selling pressure here. Okay, and we're looking for that push into all this liquidity down below, and then some of our key levels down below as well. Okay, now we should see that stop run really pick up in here. It's starting to, but I want to see much bigger than that, actually. I really want to see it. I want to see it trade into and through all these levels here. Okay, so what you can see, like, we're going through a lot of considerations for this kind of mid-morning reversal, which it's kind of struggled in here. This actually looks pretty good up here, the double top. I like that a lot. But then this buying comes back in, and then this back and forth in here, buying, trying, buying, trying. It never really broke the structure though. That's why we're still looking for the sell side here, and then that push through. Okay, so we're getting it now, but you see how this is like, I mean, it keeps you kind of on your toes in here. And we're looking for, where does it give us the edge, and trying to understand it. And I thought we had it here. Okay? I thought we had it here. We had to go back down, and then finally looking much better here. Yeah, this also looks pretty dang good here. And it rotated yet again. Okay, now it's past 11 o'clock, and now we're looking for follow through. Okay, we've had this big move down. We've had this back and forth in here during this period, which is typical during this webinar, and now we're looking for it to run. Okay, so where are we going to target? Let's look at some measured moves, okay, of our ranges in here. and we're going to line it up with liquidity. Okay, well, you can maybe this 660 down here, but can go lower than that. I'm not really seeing much liquidity down there, or 58, I should say. It's more like 55, and then you're at 55, and then you're at the figure at 50 here as well. Okay, well, let's zoom out though. Let's take a look. Okay, now this is the stop run we're looking for. Okay, we got it. Okay, and we traded into high liquidity as well. And how many points did we go? 67.5 down to 63.5. Okay, so 4 points, not bad. Not bad. Typically, when we get like over 3 points, we'll get the continuation move. We'll get a pullback here, but the pullback will likely come up to about, maybe 67, and then roll back over. Okay, but the pullback is kind of a challenge to understand. I find, at least. I look at these areas of liquidity, these high volume transactions in here, and these swings. Okay, a 50% move on a pullback is also not bad. I kind of look at that one. I don't like looking at fibs, but like it just see it so often. Be from what, 70 down to 63, let's say. So 3.5 points. Yeah, we'd be looking at right around this 66.5, 67 or so. So that could be a pullback up into here, right? Which also makes sense here. This is kind of where it's thinly traded. Anyway, guys, I mean, look, we're getting into some of the details and nuances. The simpler things to look for are at the bottom edge, and we're looking for the more sellers in here, okay, and all this back and forth in here. The structural levels, lower highs, equal lows, and then we're looking for the follow through and the stop run to the downside. Okay, through those areas. Now, this is where it gets really interesting in here. Okay, because the mid-morning reversal pattern in here is a continuation pattern or move. Okay, now we're starting to dip into though our higher time frame levels now. Okay, so that kind of negates it. Now you could make a case for that reversal, right? If this had more free range to run, okay, it has to get down below here at oh god, I got to go to the other chart. It'll probably roll over tomorrow. Well, anyway, it's got to get down below the swing here. Okay, and then we could really see a nice move. Boy, actually on the hourly in here, this looks really good as kind of a key level. Let's just zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, so this would be on the hourly here. So yeah, right around our 64 level. So we just dipped into it here. Okay. Okay. So look, to try to clarify, let's go back here. Okay, the mid-morning reversal. We're looking for that reversal, but we're looking for room to run. Okay, and we don't really have the room to run here for that big continuation. Unless it gets below that swing, then look out, right? So it's just kind of dipping into our key level now. In fact, for you guys, like this would be a little more aggressive trade in here, but high liquidity, high liquidity. It's only, well, it's only a couple levels. Now you're kind of down into your key level and you see those aggressors come in. Okay, you can look for that move back up. And now we said 67 at least as a pullback. I'm seeing more aggressors in here, so looking for maybe 70. Okay, maybe 72. Okay. Anyway, trying to keep this simple and less confusing is the different scenarios we're coming up with based on the slide here we showed in the beginning of impetus, key levels, and scenarios. So number 3 is what we're going over now, because we have the impetus, we had our key levels already marked up. Now we're going through the different scenarios. Okay, now we're looking for a setup that matches into that. Okay, and then we can start to look at our checklist, etc. Okay, so this is where it gets more convoluted for sure, because we're looking for, first off, that trend line break in accumulation. If we took it in here, it would only be to the top of the range due to well, we didn't see a whole bunch of accumulation, and we're not at a key level. Okay, now we're at a key level. All right, so now let's clear some of these in here. So we're not, I mean, we still may get that continuation. We may. Okay, but we're going to go through the dipping into that key level and then that potential reversal. Okay, so now I am going to draw a new trend line now. Okay, and I'm still going to look at my horizontals though. Okay, and now we're starting to get it. Okay, and so here we go up to our 70 level, and we're seeing those buyers. All right, now this could be a beautiful short squeeze to the upside now. But I'd still look for a bit of a pullback here. And then these buyers coming in, and yeah, this could be a really nice move. Okay, does that make some sense? Just trying to I think it was not Laura over the many months here, but it was Repeat that really got me on this, and I really appreciate it. Got me going in this direction here about, okay, let's try to simplify these things. Because trading is not easy, but how can we we got to just go through those scenarios. We got to go through our what's moving the market, our higher time frames, and our scenarios. And our scenarios in here made this pattern very complex. Okay, because this is that mid-morning continuation pattern, and we just didn't have room to run here for it. Okay, because we're dipping into those key levels. Okay, and we would look for buyers in here, and we're starting to get them. Yeah, don't overcomplicate. Exactly. I mean, if it's too complex and you don't know, then you just don't trade it. Okay, maybe you drill down into a lower time frame repeat. I mean, exactly. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. We're just trading a down percentage. So if it's not an A plus, or an 8.5 or better, then don't trade it. Okay? You just need to sit and wait. There are lower time frame trades that we could look at, but that can be very confusing as well. I mean, it could be, but if we're looking for a small move and only that small move and then getting out, and that's it, right? That's not overcomplicating it. I'll be honest. I mean, in this move right now, I don't have much clarity at all. This looked really good to me, that this would follow through into that high liquidity and our key level. After that, I mean, typically I look for that continuation trade, but I don't know if we're going to get it because we're at our key level. And then what to do now? I don't know. I don't really see anything right now. I mean, maybe a quick scalp up to the 69.5. We hit high liquidity here. We pulled back to the swing here, and we're finding some buyers here. So that is the pullback. Look for a quick scalp up in here. Now that would be a one and done move. Even that's pulling back. Okay, I would look for it to go straight up to it. Instead, we're getting a move up, a pullback, and then we'll see if we get a move up again. Anyway, something that can help on that, if we don't get those moves, and we're not, is look at some of these moves in here. Like what's the range? What's the pullback range? And then that can start to determine, like, how much do you think this might move as the potential, and that's where to take some profits. Okay, like this one here would be, we would be looking for the move up into that 69.5. Would have been great. Okay, the opposite happened here, and then what do we get here? We get like about a point, about a point's worth here, 4 ticks of a pullback. Okay, we've got that. Okay, now then we would look for, see if we can get another move. Yeah, I don't like it. I would want to see it come back down into 65. What is it? I think so in this webinar we've been covering these bigger picture areas, key levels, impetus, what's moving the market, etc. And that's good. I just want to take a step back and then look at scalping. Okay, because what was it? I saw someone's It was Ad Crypto, Ab Crypto, who's been doing great. Uh, he was saying, like, guys, I'd be posting in here in the academy room, but I have nothing to go over. So it was kind of curious. It's like, okay, well, he's not seeing his setup for the last like week or so, and he's not trading. That's the right thing to do. So this gets to a really interesting question about your edge that you've worked on, and then it's not there anymore. And now he knows his edge. He knows it because he's not trading. That really, to me, shows you know what your edge is. Because if it doesn't present, you're not going to take it. So clearly, you know, um, and you have to develop something new. Look for other opportunities. Maybe it's scalping. Maybe it's lower time frame trading. If we start to get into that environment in here, we will start covering that. Just like we're starting to in here. Like right now, after this pullback here, great. All right, let's see it. Sellers hit down into 63.5. Let's see. That would be about the right measured move here. A little bit shy of it. Okay. And we're not getting it. Getting the opposite. Well, then we should be able to get a point pullback here. Anyway, in the pilot program, we're going over one simple strategy. And just to learn the process of building an edge. And the skills learned for that one strategy, though, will come in very handy. Okay, for just about any strategy. Okay, so we got our point pullback, and now we're getting the move to the upside, right? Here's our point pullback, and then here's our measured move here. Back up, okay? Okay, nice, into high liquidity there. All right, let's see if we can get another pullback now. Okay, we got a stop run. We have high liquidity. I would look for a pullback. I know we haven't gotten quite to the swing up here at this 70 3/4, but I would look for about a point pullback here. So it got to 70, so 69. All right. All right, now this is starting. If we zoom out a little bit more, now it's starting to kind of shape up here as a bigger picture reversal. Anyway, guys, this is one of the kind of dangers of the scalping, is you're focused in on the scalping and you miss the bigger move. This made kind of a, well, it's a little bit lower high in here and kind of equal high in here. But definitely a higher low here. And more buy volume. All right, let's see if we can get one more move and push down to the 66 level. Another thing, guys, I don't know about you. I have witnessed this so many times that I think there's just a ton of algos out there that act off of it. Even if the structure is just a lower high by a tick or two, it didn't break the structure, and typically that means that you know, we'll get a pretty deep pullback, or maybe a continuation, and maybe it breaks this higher low here by just a couple ticks. You know, just to see it again and again and again. Okay? You know, so keep it in mind. I mean, like this is another reason why I kind of like the measured moves in here. That I speculate on that. I don't know, but I see it so many times. It's just very, very odd, and I believe in it. So if you know, this is making a lower high in here, well, it's made a higher low here too, but this has not broken this structure yet. It's not even tested the high of it yet. Yeah, here it is here at 70 and a quarter, and here it is here at 70 and 3/4. No, so 2 ticks. All right, guys. Well, we got to kind of wrap up here and just kind of sum up some of the points we talked about. Number one was we weren't at our key level when we looked at this big move to the downside. Well, we started off with the impetus, what's moving the market, and we talked about that yesterday quite a bit. And then to see this sell-off is not surprising at all. Actually, a lot of times what you'll see is the sell-off happened the day of, right after maybe it just breaches highs, and then it sells off hard. But anyway, so this is, you know, looking for it at some point here, and then we started with the impetus. Okay, And then we then went to our key levels and noticed that we were not really at our key level yet. So this would be kind of a move up to the swing if you took that, and that's it. That's all you're looking for. And this could turn into that trend line break and continue, or I'm sorry, the mid-morning reversal. So impulse move, sideways action during this webinar and this time, and then continuation. And then we dipped into our key level, so it kind of negates that. You know, we don't really have too much clarity at that point. And then we started to talk about scalping in here in some of these levels. And then that's about it. Or, you know, higher highs and lower highs and higher lows, etc. And looking for how a lot of those things can hold a lot of time. Okay. Oh, also too, another critical one here. Well, we had the high liquidity down in here in the key level, and we had a stop run into it as well, the big one. Okay, so if we zoom out, we see, you know, big stop runs here on the way down, and we would assume that, but we saw a big one here, okay, into our key level and into high liquidity. Okay, so typically we can get a I think we said we were looking for 67 as a retest, you know, about half of this width or move here, somewhere around in here. Well, you can see we went all the way almost to the top of the range here, and on some pretty strong volume here. Okay, so here we go again, and now we have broken this level here and on some volume. Okay, so our seller is going to pick it up in here. I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, the structure is still holding. It's not a lot to lean on though. You know, go deeper into the key level here. Yeah, it's probably a decent plan or idea here. Yeah, it just looks pretty choppy in here now. Okay, so in fact, below the swing in here into where these buyers came in here, and we get another pullback, right? So let me talk about that with the range in here. Okay, the channels. That's what I more accurately trying to kind of describe here. Okay, so see this here. Let me try to get more accurate with it. Okay, so there, it's pretty good. Okay, and to there, right? So now if I take that across, okay, so even though it's a tick or two, you know, a lot of times you see it respected. Anyway, these are not setups. These are ideas in the order flow to understand and start to integrate within your setup. Okay, and in fact, for the trend line, or I'm sorry, well, we did integrate it into the trend line break and accumulation, that we would be taking our profit up here, and that's it. And not look again. Heck, it may have come all the way back up here, but just based off of what we talked about in terms of the key level, we're not looking for that. Okay, and that can protect you if it's not 100%. No, it doesn't tick all the boxes that you're looking for. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap it up. Thanks for coming, everybody. Tomorrow is the big day. So it's going to be probably, God, I would imagine even in the morning, it's probably going to be some volatility. The price is baked in, but people are going to be quite skittish, I think, until after the event. I think the event is, yeah, the economic projections, that could be kind of eyebrow raising, but the press conference. So If you haven't before, let me show you this. Okay, so as I mentioned, I was trained by a professional Forex trader, and if you guys get confused by the fundamentals, don't. They're pretty simple. You get a feel for it. It doesn't take much. But if we go to the Federal Reserve website, all right, news and events, press releases. Hey, boy, I mean, this thing with Mirren sworn in really scares the heck out of me. But it just means that we're going to be, you're going to see lower rates, and inflation is not looking good. So anyway, let's see. You can click on some of these events in here. And these are some of the press releases. It's been a minute. Here are the minutes, and that's July. Okay. Upcoming calendar. Should be under news events. Speeches, press releases. Okay. And boy, I tell you, we would just be hitting the refresh button, waiting for that statement to come through, and then speed read the statement to get it, and already read like several statements, knowing that there's just going to be some keywords to look for, but that can make all the difference in the world. Yeah. Anyway, some of these links in here, you'll be able to attend the press conference and listen and watch price action. Okay, so probably things to listen for would be about the forward guidance after there will likely be that rate cut. Now, if there's not a rate cut, market's not going to be too happy. But if you do get the rate cut, 25 basis points, then it's all about the forward guidance and also about Powell's position. Okay, so anyway, those are the things that I'd be looking for, and good luck out there. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, and we'll catch up with you guys for pilot program. If you're joining it, yeah, I think he'll be fired. He will be leaving. I think in is it January? I think so. His term is up. But right now, Trump wants him out now. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds here, and it's going to cause some market volatility for sure. Okay. In the end, though, you will see it in the order flow, regardless of. I mean, it's just in hindsight, you'll see it for sure. It might be moving too fast, but the order flow is the order flow. Okay, it's like it's going to record it. But you can start to position yourself also with the fundamentals that way, and then track some of these things and see how traders react to it. You should have a reaction to it about what are you looking for? What are some of the scenarios you're looking for fundamentally? Hey, just some thoughts in here, because a lot of times some of those trades are easy, a lot easier. It hits you over the head, and like within seconds, like you could make a month's worth of money. Anyway, guys, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, come to the pilot program. Sign up for the pilot program there. Dan put the link in there for you, because we will meet today, and we will go over at market close a lot of different things, and I want to open the floor up to you guys too. Okay. All right. Yep. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. All right, Mick Loco, Trading This Life, repeat. How about the idea of reporting every 6 months? Why don't just not report? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, well, this is the quarterly. I guess I don't know what you're talking about necessarily, Pete. But anyway, yeah, but it's gonna be an interesting event tomorrow. That's for sure. And look for it. All right, guys, take care. We'll catch up with you next time.